Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our 4 o'clock live broadcast. And, you know, I love it when old students, and I don't mean chronologically old, but former students come back. And uh, today during this session, first we're gonna talk to two students that achieved outrageous success on Facebook. And it was back in, I think, in 2022. And they did so well on Facebook that why bother with LinkedIn? And that's exactly right. I mean, you don't mess with a good thing. So we're going to help them revisit some of the things that have changed on LinkedIn since they were here. I'll be able to share a little bit of their story with you. We're going to help two of my coaching students deal with some of the candidates for their business that they're dealing with. So it's going to be a pretty information-filled process. Okay, so let me just start out by saying tomorrow is the 4th of July. It's a holiday. And our holiday strategies for years have been effectively productive. You just use the holiday to start a conversation. So when you jump on the internet, you want to post GIFs, moving images. And so we've got some new explosive texting tactics that will help you generate more sales before, during, or after any holiday. And it all starts with going on the net and getting happy 4th of July, happy holiday messages that move. Now, whether it's Facebook or LinkedIn, it doesn't matter. When you post moving images, it dramatically increases your visibility. Okay? Now, LinkedIn is boasting an impressive 1,070 million professional members, and they're welcoming over 10 million new members every month. So the longer you're not taking action, the more money you're losing. Okay? Now, with that, let me stop the share. Pop over here. And Ace, I'm going to open you up. There you go. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Max.
Okay, great. I got to test something. Because we're starting next week, we're going to be launching Max GPT. I wanted to reach out to people that I knew took what I teach to heart and really knocked the doors off as far as achieving levels of success. And so before I show you LinkedIn, I asked them to share with me, because I love sharing success stories. Okay, I love it because if you're an orphan, I guess the easiest way to look it up is this way. If you're an orphan and you're looking for somebody to work with, if you're looking for somebody to help you, this is somebody that you absolutely want to talk to. And I understand they've got a hurricane going by right now. They live down in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico?
Yes.
Okay. So we're all praying that. So, but look at this story. Okay. In 15 weeks, their income soared from zero to $42,000 within 6 months. And within 6 months, she hits 250. And she becomes the #1 earner in her company. Every one of you is heading down the same road. And the wonderful thing is that once you learn it, that for them to move up to #1 means, you know how many hundreds or thousands of people they have to be working with, they have to be helping. So you're all heading down that same road. Okay. Now, if we looked at their profile, they developed 6,600 followers,
Yes.
which is huge. And you're probably maxed out the number of friends you have too, I would think.
Almost.
Okay. So, um, okay, and so everybody's interested in AI. Okay. And the timing for this is so perfect because I wanted to reach out to people that were influencers and that could, again, share this incredible information because AI, artificial intelligence, is an amazing technology. And there are dozens and dozens of AI systems coming out there. They're proliferating like crazy, but it all comes down to what's in them. I mean, if you load up these AI systems with antiquated information, with things that don't work, they're not going to work for you. So um, I'm going to kind of give you a little sneak peek of what it looks like. Tonight at 8 o'clock, we're doing another introduction. But what I want to do is I want to go over here to LinkedIn. Now, and I got to get out of James' account. I just was doing a coaching session with him. And you see, that's why there's, and I'm not trying to blow my own horn, but that's why there's nobody out there that is as up to date on LinkedIn as me. Every day I work with 3 or 4 coaching students. I'm in their accounts. I see, and they're moving things right now as we speak. They're moving things. So if you need to know how do you do something, I compare it to you have an iPhone, you go to bed, and then you wake up in the morning and you got a little note that they upload that during the night, they uploaded a new operating system that gives you all kinds of new features. But then you go to find something and you don't know where they put it. And I think the thing that bothers me the most about that is they never give you any warning. They never say, hey, we're going to do this. Do you want to take part in it or do you want to stay the way you are? No, boom. And the social networks do the same thing. So um, I try to find you. Do you have a LinkedIn page now?
I do.
How do I find you?
It's under my legal name. So it'd be Anastasia, Anastacia Haldridge. There it is right there.
Okay. Okay. So let's look at your profile. And it's amazing because, see, things don't change all that much. And everything that you put in your profile, uh, every little piece of information, I refer to it as social network DNA. It hooks you up, it connects you to other people that have the same information on their profile. So with so from your standpoint of with all the things you do, and we talked about this a little earlier, if you wanted to pick up coaching clients, okay, then LinkedIn is absolutely the place to do it because you don't have to market, you don't have to advertise. There's some subtle things that you're going to be able to do. And let me just show you some of the things that have changed.
Okay.
Do you have any idea how many people you're connected to on LinkedIn?
Roughly, no, but I know it's a lot.
Okay. I like that word a lot. All right. So here's the thing. If you're looking for somebody, if you were a networker, you're looking for somebody that's looking for business opportunity. You can come up, this is the search window. You can come up here and you could say now, looking for an opportunity. Hit the enter key. Click on people. And you got 1,340,000 people that are flat out saying, I'm looking for an opportunity. And of course, you could filter that down by city, by state, by country. Or we could filter it down. We could say, you know what? I'm looking for someone that's looking for an opportunity that has a background in sales. So you got 30,000. Or somebody that's looking for an opportunity that's a recruiter. Click on people. Got 69,000 people. And LinkedIn makes it super easy to pick out these people because they let people put an open to work for. I mean, it doesn't get easier than this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the one thing that you have to be careful about when we proactively decide to go out and find people is you have to make sure that when you're reaching out to people, they're active. So LinkedIn has a spot where you could say, show this person's activity. So the last time she posted was a year ago. You'll come on here, people, the last time they posted was 3 years ago, 4 years ago. But now you can see if they made any comments a year ago. Let's look to see if she's reacted to anything a week ago. So now you know this person could be worth reaching out to because, they're on here. They're going to get your messages. They're going to be able to communicate with you. The next thing is LinkedIn, because there's so many people. I mean, think about this. 10 million people every month. And
Wow.
people are jumping on LinkedIn and they are breaking every rule. They're violating every one of their social media rules. to the point that when we were working together back in 2020, 21, without paying for LinkedIn, you could do 300 profile searches a month and send a 300 character message to people without having to pay for it. Last November, because I mean, literally, there's 1 million bogus profiles every month. They ended up reducing that to 10.
Mm.
So now, if you're not paying for the service, you could do a search for 10, you can do 10 searches, and then you're done for the month. Bad news, they knocked it down to 5 about 60 days ago. So now you can only do 5 searches. All right. But your ability to communicate with people, to search. So if we come up here and we look to see how many coaches are on here. 4,509 and 4,950,000. Let me come back over here. Let's look at her for just a minute. Now notice you don't have a connect button, you got a follow button. Because LinkedIn has changed the rules a bit, and they're suggesting to people so that you don't get slammed by people trying to sell you things.
Yes.
You become what they call a content creator. In other words, they say, hey, you can post things because that's the way you communicate and attract people. You can post things and make your posts more visible on your profile by being a content creator. And when you do that, you replace the connect button with the follow button, which is what you're looking at here. But that slows the whole process down. I mean, you want to connect with people. So the back door is right here behind the more button. So when you want to make that connection, you come down here. So now it's easy to reach out and communicate with as many people as you want. And you're looking for people as a coach. There are a number of simple ways to do that. So you could be you want to make yourself visible to people that are looking for an opportunity, or looking for opportunities. So looking for opportunities are 2,100,000 people. Now, this is to reach out to people that we want to know. And one of the best categories for coaches is people that are in transition.
Agreed.
Okay.
Yes.
So we could come up here and we could say, show me all the people that are in transition on LinkedIn. And you got 3,490,000 people. All right. You can break it down to any part of the country. And of course, some of them are, like here, this is a transition officer. It doesn't mean they're necessarily looking for something, but we could come over here and we could just say, looking, and transition, just those 2 words. And you got a 250,000 people that are clearly looking. You know that, for years I've always used that example of the candy bowl, with the green M&Ms and the yellow M.
Yes, my favorite.
Right. This is the same thing.
Okay.
This is the same thing. Now, so there's a couple of things that, and we can spend a little time. There are a couple of extra words that you would want to add to your profile. One being you are a lifestyle or transitioning coach or a lifestyle transitioning mentor. I'm here to help people transition from wherever they are to wherever they want to be. Now, this one's going to drive you crazy. Go over to your profile. And let me come over here and let me go to my network. I'm recording this, everybody. So you go over to your network. And right now I'm connected to 11,000 people. Now, if you go in there and they say we're removing inactive accounts, I haven't noticed that, but so go and identify your first level. So they say on my first level, I got 9,600 people. Now remember that the 9,600 people on your first level are also connected to people. So these 9,600 people connect me to 1,590,000 people. And these 1,590,000 people, they've all got connections too. They're on my third level. And again, what happens is the systems are constantly being overworked. So we'll try it again. So first level, second level, third level. You know what they say about definition of insanity?
Yes.
When you click on the third level, it will open you up to easily 1,050,000,000 people. It gives you access to everybody. Now, let's go back to my first level. So you go back and look at the first level. And now, and I guess the best example I could use is one of my students was recruiting one person every day. One a day. His closing ratio was 90%. Now, how was he doing that? He was being very selective about who we talked to. So you could first search your existing connections. So if I wanted to see how many people that I'm connected to are looking for an opportunity, I got 1,200. If you went in there and you'd search for looking, seeking, searching, and open, roughly 25% of the people that you're connected to are prospects. And many of them you've never talked to, or you talked to them at one point in time and either they didn't respond to you or you didn't respond to them because you were busy. And they've been a connection. You've got connections that you haven't talked to in years that you could literally resurrect and re-engage. In addition to that, what LinkedIn has done.
Yes.
Go over here to your network. Now, a year and a half ago, they introduced a feature called celebrations, where you could see people who are changing a job, having a birthday, or celebrating an anniversary. It was a phenomenal feature because, classic example, Bruce is having a birthday today. Now, as long as you got all, you can scroll down and you can see everything. It's all kind of jumped in together. By the way, notice, can you believe this? LinkedIn is now adding games.
Wow.
I mean, they're mimicking Facebook. Okay. So now let's go over and just look at, well, let's do job changes first. So what you can do is you can make a couple of adjustments to your profile on LinkedIn. And what'll happen is, let me see if I got a student here that did it. Okay, so Richard Betts. He added a new position to his profile. And what that did is it sent out a notice to everybody that he's connected to that Richard started a new position. If I come down here far enough, see if she's still here. Okay, so here's Dale. She's a student. So she added life, success, and happiness coach. And by adding that, LinkedIn sent out a promotional notice to everybody that she's connected to. And you had 13 people that liked it. You had 2 people that made comments. Let me click on it. So this is what they do. They send out a notice like this. And again, it gives you the opportunity to start or restart a conversation. Okay, I mean, so everything that you've done in the past, you haven't lost a thing. You really haven't. If I go back and I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, I did it for Margie Alaprande. And we come down here to look at her posts. So see, she's got it right here, 2 weeks ago. We just took something off of her page and we put it back. And in the last 2 weeks, she's had 21 people liked it, 19 people made comments. So this gives you the opportunity to restart a conversation. So between adjusting your profile, so that people see it, and all they have to do is acknowledge it, a like, and that gives you an opportunity to open it up, start a conversation. LinkedIn has added AI, but their AI is terrible, like most of the artificial intelligence systems come across. Let me come back to my network. Okay, so here's somebody that wants to connect with me. So if I accept her, and by the way, this little image here means that she has verified her account. She's provided LinkedIn with a copy of her driver's license, so she's a real person versus anybody could create a profile. So we come over here, we accept her. One of the things they're going to do is they're going to suggest, hey, there's 12 people that she's connected to that you might want to connect with. But now, if we go to send her a message, this is where it gets interesting. So remember, she sent us the message. Now we have scripts that are golden. I mean, they work like magic. So they're saying here, let me adjust my, okay, there we go. So here they're saying, hey, write something. So they're suggesting it's great connecting with you. How have you been? Well, that's not something you would say to somebody that you didn't know. How have you been? It's disingenuous. It's great connecting with you. What do you do? Or in our case, it's great connecting with you. I've made many great new friends on LinkedIn recently, and I'm glad that we're connected. And then you could ask her a question like, well, how long have you been on LinkedIn and how's it working for you? That makes more sense. Instead, they say, here, help me write it. So they're going to give you two options. One, here they're giving you one. Introduce yourself. Cold message is going to be hard, but I can help. So you click on this. So the message they're suggesting is, I hope your week is going well. I'm Max. I came across your profile and discovered that we were both connected with Marissa Hughes. And I'm impressed by the work you did at Functional Pathways. Thank you for considering connecting with me further. Well, again, this is not the way it happened. She wrote to me. She asked me to connect with her. And what they're doing is they're using two elements. They're saying, hey, they're connecting, they're trying to allude that everybody that you're connected to. So we discovered that we're both connected to Marissa Hughes. I have no idea who Marissa Hughes is. And she probably doesn't know either. And the other thing, I'm impressed by the work you did. Now, there is nothing worse than, here she is, than paying someone a compliment that's totally disingenuous. So we come down here. She's a rehabilitation assistant. She's been doing it part-time. Now, what part of this information, what part would impress anybody? This is where one of the places where Max GPT comes in, because we're going to give you rock solid scripts and rock solid messages so that you can not only make the connection, but you could move people through the process. So going back now to our network. If I go back to my network, they've renamed it Catch Up. Over the last 5 months. So if you had celebrations before, it turned to Catch Up. But this gives you the ability to catch up. Okay.
Yeah.
So you would be amazed. So if I go over to Catch Up, I could do job changes. Let's go to birthdays. That's always been one of my hot strategies. So let's come down here. And these people are celebrating their birthday today. Now, before they made this change, you used to be able to look at this and see okay, this is Randall's birthday, but you used to be able to see here how long you've been connected. All right, and they need to put that back. So right now, I could click wishing you a happy birthday. And we've been connected since 2020, but we've never talked. I could come down further. Now you can see the people that are online. So you know they're active. Well, let's look at Richard. Well, he's a dentist, but we've never talked. How long have we been connected? We come over here, contact info. So we've been connected since 2012, but we've never talked. And you would be blown away at how many people you're already connected to that you've never talked to. But before you make the effort to reach out to these people, yes, it's his birthday. You got to go to activity. See here, he was a dentist. He put this in here in 2018. Who's to say he's been back? Well, he ended this in 2022. And he was a cashback consultant for shop.com, which is
Market America.
Market America, right?
Yeah.
So at least we know in 2022, he was doing that. Most of the time, you just go over to show activity. Well, the last time he posted anything was 3 years ago. The last time he made a comment, nothing. So, not the most active person on LinkedIn. So reaching out to this guy would be a waste of your time when you consider all the other people that are active.
That makes sense.
And the other thing is, as you're looking at people, they're always putting people over here on the right. People you know. They're always suggesting now people that have some form of connectivity to the people that you're looking at. So from a standpoint of using LinkedIn now to find people to talk to, it's never been faster. It's never been easier. And what I'm going to suggest is we can set up a time when it's just you and me. We'll go in and we'll take when I show you how many people that you're actually connected to that
That'd be wonderful.
phenomenal prospects.
Yes.
And specifically who you're looking for are coaches or coaching candidates.
Yes.
Now, before I change hats, let me come over here and show all of you, give you a little heads up sneak peek for my chatbot. So I have loaded up all my scripts, every script book I've ever put out, content from boot camps, everything. We've loaded it into this chatbot. So now you can come over here and you can say, what do I say a school teacher on LinkedIn wants a transition field and work remotely from home. Pop it in. And every answer is scripted. What do you say to somebody that has a negative feeling about network marketing? You don't have to go to the scripts book to look this stuff up. It's right there. And this is going to change the lives of so many people. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to log out just to show you how quickly this whole process can work. I'm going to log out of my account. And I'm going to jump into Jackie. So they've got a writing assistant. Again, it's using AI.
Right.
Right now, she's using Sales Navigator, which has a feature where you could search for people that we know are active. All right, let me unmute Jackie because she's been jumping up and down all day.
Hello.
Hi, Jackie. So you who are we talking to?
Well, we talked to Catherine this morning, and we have another, we're going to talk to her on Friday. She's probably joining on Friday.
Okay,
In fact, I know she is. Yes.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
But what I want you all to notice is there's now an easy way to keep track of people. So the way you do this is you pick the people that you believe are prospects based on the content of their profile and their activity. Next, what you do is you send them a connection request so that you're connected. Once they're connected, there's a series of 2 follow-up messages. The second one we call the icebreaker, that gets the conversation started. And the third one is really the conversation starter, where we can start to qualify the other person. And then once we've got a conversation going, it usually only takes 2 or 3 additional back and forth messages to line somebody up as a prospect. The thing that you all have to keep in the back of your mind is that people are going to join your business when they're ready. So we use in boot camp an example of somebody that connected with somebody, a phenomenal prospect in November. The person was a nurse, was also a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force. And right out of the gate, in the initial conversation, we found out that he'd been in 5 network marketing companies, swore he would never do it again. We found out why. Then we went back again, right, pulled out the script for unhappy people. And we reminded the guy, to be successful in network marketing requires 3 things. One, you got to be passionate about the company that you're working with, the product you're selling. Same thing with, network marketing, affiliate marketing is all the same. You got to be passionate about whatever it is you're selling, passionate to the point that you tell people about it, even if you weren't getting paid. Second, you got to be working with somebody that's successful, that's committed to helping you be successful, help you build a team. And third, you have to have good online internet tools. And If you don't have all three, you're not going to be successful.
Mhm.
And then we just added in the conversation, you have all the skills to be successful. So if you weren't successful, clearly it's because you were trained with old school methods. See, you don't have to chase your family and friends. You don't have to go to people's houses. I mean, it's a whole new network marketing world. So if you would like to give it one more try and identify, first you got to identify a company that you can be passionate about, and I think it's like my company, but that's up to you. Find somebody that you could work with, and if you're willing to give it one more try, I think you'd be very outrageously successful because you got the skills. You know how to you know how to manage people, you know how to train, you know how to build teams. That's what you do as a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force. 8 months later, the guy ends up signing up in their business. But the interesting thing was, if you went back and looked at the amount of time over 8 months that they were spent actually talking to each other, 50 minutes. Most of their communication was with posts, liking each other's posts.
Building trust.
Exactly. While building trust and credibility.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it's all about. So you say that Kathleen is gonna come into your business?
Oh, her name is Catherine. So what those are people, I sent out the 4th of July, happy 4th of July, stay safe messages. And because I had already sent the first and the second and they hadn't responded. And
Okay.
so I thought, well, let me try the holiday. And so that's what those people are on that side. They, about 10 or 12 of them already have written back.
Super. Now, one of the things
Mm-hmm.
that LinkedIn has done to help you keep track of your prospects is when you're talking to somebody and you feel like, okay, this is a sharp person. This is somebody that I don't want to lose track of. What you can do, see there's 3 little dots here. You click on this and you could star them. So now on a regular basis, you want to catch up with people. You just go over, show me all the starred people. Easy to keep up, easy to keep track. So is there anyone in particular? So is this Kathleen? Is she the one that's going to jump into your business?
No. Her name is Catherine Carey. So I don't know. I guess after
Oh,
we talk about,
she's
you got
finally,
it now.
she's
Yeah.
finally doing it. Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm.
This is a great story. What happened was the two of them connected. And let me just bring up I'm not going to get into the depth of the conversation, but this is so textbook. In fact, I'm going to use this as once she's in the business, I'm going to use this as a case study. What did I do?
Oh yeah, no, not that one. Catherine. That one, yeah.
Okay. So initially what happened here was they made the connection, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the picture that she was using was, not very complimentary. So we looked her up on Facebook and she had this picture. So before, in the initial part of the conversation, we took that picture and we sent it over to Catherine, said, listen, if you're going to be really successful on here, you got to do some adjusting to your page. And I strongly suggest you use this picture. And she did. So that was all part of the trust,
Mm-hmm.
building trust. And so there was some time when you weren't communicating, when, she was off doing her thing. But ultimately, she came back, and now she's getting into your business, and she's a phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with the skills she has, she's going to be great in your business. So who did we want to look at?
You can just go down the list. Well, look at the Kathleen Fava.
Okay.
Yeah, just see where we should go after we talk about the 4th of July.
Okay. So again, the holidays, perfect opportunity to start a conversation. So yeah, and notice that she's online right now.
Mm-hmm.
Custom support, customer success, leadership, helping customers. She's verified, and she's looking for her next role. Now that could mean a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for her next. I'm kidding. I was thinking of going to a deli, getting a corned beef sandwich on a roll.
Oh.
Okay. So here's the thing. She's looking for a role. We come down here. So she's taking a career break. This is the one. No. Oh, there was a couple. This isn't the one that took a career break for a bunch of years. So she just took a 3-month career break. So you come down here, you look at what she's done before. Now, these are all relatively short. Here we go. She did something here for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So there are lots of ways to start the conversation. Now, you're going to notice that when you ask people questions, 80% of the time, when they answer you, they will come back and ask you the same question.
Mm-hmm.
So what you can do, this is again probably the hottest strategy for Facebook is go change your picture on Facebook. And a lot of the same people that you would call and tell about what you're doing, and they might or may not shoot you down, change your picture, and these people reach out to you. They like the picture, they like the post. So now we're not making the first gesture. We're reacting to something that they did as a result of what we did. And the end result was, hey, Kathleen, I'm really thrilled that you like my picture. We haven't talked in a while. What's new? What are you doing these days? So she'll come back and she'll tell you. And then 80% of the time, because she doesn't know what else to say, she'll ask you the same question. And your response is something like, everything is wonderful. I've recently started an internet business that's going to enable me to retire at the end of the year. How are the kids? You just always bring the subject back to them. They always come back and want to know, what's this business that you're doing? So using this strategy, you can take brand new recruits and literally sometimes before they've even gotten their products, before they even know what they're doing, you can get them talking to people and signing them up in the business. And the fun part about it is when they come back and they ask you, so somebody just reacted to what I did. What do I say? What do I do? Just scroll up and look at what I said to you. It's it's the simplest. Okay. So she's been on LinkedIn for years. It's a love-hate relationship. And So it's nice. She's giving you advice.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one of the things that's critically important in building a relationship with someone is to react and respond to them as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So here you're wishing her that, oh, okay, there you did it. Thanks for the LinkedIn suggestion. How are you planning to spend the day? I don't have any plans, but I may treat myself to a burger and a nice glass of wine. Really? Okay. So, I mean, the question is that if we just follow the script and we wanted to talk about what they do or want to talk about, treat myself to a burger. How do you like how do you like your burgers cooked?
Mm-hmm.
Rare, medium, nice glass of wine, red or white, low key.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're going to come back, and here we have her. Um, okay, what the way you do this is you always start out with the question that you want to ask. Now you got her attention,
Mm-hmm.
which is the whole purpose of the post. So now that
Mm-hmm.
we've got her attention, what's the question?
Mm-hmm.
So she's been on a career break. So she's considering different career paths. Now, asking somebody what career path, so what paths, she's taken off, you say 3 years? No, 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 no. She's been doing something
Mm-hmm.
over these 3 years. So what we're going to do, so now what are your plans for the fourth?
About the same as hers. Do very little, relax, eat a little something. That's about it.
Okay. So first, what we're going to do, let's go up here. Posting with wine gift.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we're going to go over here to images. Remember, we want moving images. So now one of the things you don't want to do, well, that's not bad. I thought they were hearts. Didn't want to go in that direction. And here's another one. But again, we're looking for ones that move. Let's look at this one. Kind of like this one. Or you could use, I mean, what I liked about that one was one, there's no color. So what we'll do here, right click, save the image as. Okay, now we saved it. So now you go back to the message. So first, now this is really a terrific strategy. Okay,
Mhm.
what we're going to do is we're going to hit her with okay.
Mhm.
So first we're going to send that. And we say, no wonder suggested connect. Now, we're going to know if she sees it when we see her little picture down there. Now, we're
Mhm.
going to ask her, we want to pay her a compliment.
Okay.
You've done some interesting things. You've done interesting things over the years. Now, so let's look at some of those.
Yeah, I've done that.
Okay. So this is the thing that you did the longest.
Mhm.
So you also work for the Census Bureau too?
Yes, uh-huh.
Okay. So let's see what she says here. You're looking for the things. He's taken all these courses. Find the one with the actual message. There we go. So it's no wonder and suggested and you're going to be doing this over and over and over again with people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, little space. You've had some interesting jobs. Now, the question is what you're
Mm-hmm.
doing for work.
Mm-hmm.
And where was the last place you worked?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Fine Art Consulting. Oh,
Yeah, but that
2 months. Yeah, that was in the census in 2020. Imagine Communications,
well, yeah, but see, they're all so since
2020.
2017,
Mm-hmm.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is a short term, this is 6 months.
Right.
Okay, so since that's not clear,
Mm-hmm.
I think what we're going to do, because she says here that she's taking a career break.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Many people
Mm-hmm.
now, many people would say that taking three would say, now, see, this is the way you're thinking about these things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I think we could go, many people Many people wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Take a and 7 month
Mm-hmm. Your break.
career
Mm-hmm.
break and contemplate a career change.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't be able. That's right.
How have you been able to do it? Well, the chances are because she's married to somebody that's got a lot
Mm-hmm.
of money.
Mm-hmm.
What you want to do is you want to ask easy questions to answer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so,
Mm.
because tomorrow is,
Yeah.
we'll come down. No, we already wish her happy 4th.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to come down here. Send it.
Okay.
Now we want to have an idea as to where is the conversation going to go.
Mm-hmm.
So in this situation, it would be if she's taking a lot of courses, what do you like to do? Of all the things
Mm-hmm.
that you've done in the past, what did you enjoy doing the most?
Mm-hmm.
So you get a little pieces of that information, and then you could come back and you could say, um, there are many opportunities available to someone like you that has the experience working with people and the skills, to be very successful today.
Mm-hmm.
What do you know about the network marketing industry, or what do you know about affiliate marketing?
Okay.
Easy to walk them right into it. So does that make sense?
Yeah. Yes, it does. It does. And I was having that brain fog. It's like, I don't know
Hey,
what.
that's why, that's why I'm here, and that's why we do we do these things. Let me kind of scroll up and see.
That's the icebreaker, right, Max?
Uh, no, this comes after the icebreaker. The
Okay.
icebreaker is, hey, it's nice to be connected with you.
Right.
You pay them a compliment. You made some wonderful, great new friends. Um, what? How long have you been on LinkedIn, and how's it working for you? Because that's a question that anybody can answer.
Yes.
You always want to ask them an easy question. Now let's see here. Bad grease burn on my hand. But one, um, Daryl, I'm sorry to hear that. I will. Let me just take a picture of that really quick. And I'll make sure that somebody. Why? Okay. Um, your business does not slow down over the summer. It will not slow down over the holidays. And all I can say is the more selective you are about who you talk to, the more successful you're going to be. I'll be back at 8 o'clock. We're doing a special broadcast to talk about Max GPT. We're here to help all of you take advantage of this amazing social network that's going to give you easy access to the best people. So there's no reason why you can't be talking to 10, 15, 20 people every day. And once you know who these people are and what their needs are, it's a party.
Mhm.
So I want to wish all of you a happy and safe 4th of July. And next Monday, it's a whole new ballgame. July is the start of the second half of the year. And most of you can do 2 or 3 times the amount of business you've done in the first half when you apply some of these things that I'm going to be sharing with you. So until next time, best of luck in building your business and God bless. And we'll set up a time to, we'll text each other, we'll jump back and we'll figure some time when I can go in and show you some more stuff on LinkedIn. You're going to,